We live on A Mile in My Shoes with none other M.O.G. What's going on, my brother?
Oh man, bless man. Glad to be here, man. Long time coming, man.
Look, it's been a very, very, very long time coming. Long story, long testimony.
Yes, sir.
Before we even start, I just want you to introduce yourself and speak to the people as if they don't know you. Look, I want to take my time with this interview. Look, I know you got a lot in you. I know you got a lot of talent, a lot of gifts, and I want to just take a little time to introduce the people to you, to give them some of your story, right. Some of the stuff you've been through, some of the plans that God got for you.
Oh man, my name is Darian Toadell, formerly known as OG Gutter B. I go by the name M.O.G., which for those who don't know stands for Man of God, from General, Louisiana. And like I said, it's been a long time coming, man. You know, I come from a place where when you do have talent and gifts, you know what I'm saying, it's, you know, not too many people know about General, Louisiana, so a lot of people not heard. And it's a place where it's so small, it's real easy to get into anything. Anything at all. I started off, I was actually in church, you know. My grandfather was a preacher, my grandmother played the piano. Me and my mama was in the choir, but, you know, I went astray.
So tell me this, though. What was it like growing up in General?
Oh, man. I mean, you know, young, it was all good. You know what I mean? Everything was all good. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know, life, how they say life start lifing.
Yeah.
When you get a little older, life start lifing, you know what I'm saying? You start seeing your uncles and your older cousins and, you know, them having money and having cars and, you know.
Yeah.
They weren't playing basketball. You know, they weren't playing basketball, man. So we kind of, you know, we followed what they was doing, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Heavily influenced by the environment.
By the environment, man. You know.
So when and how did Gutter become birthed? Where did that come about?
Man, just
the birth of Gutter.
To be honest with you, man, the name, so I've been rapping since I was 12. You know, and my daddy, everybody know him in Iberia Parish as Sugar Hill. You know what I'm saying? So I started going by Lil Sugar. You know what I'm saying? But as I got, you know, a little older and I'm rapping, I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, lifestyle, like I say, life was life, and I'm, you know, where I'm from, it's a gutter place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting in the car with my partner one time, and he called me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why you call me that? You know what I'm saying? He was like, shit, that's how you living. That's like you live up to that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you living. So, you know, that's how.
And look, names hold weight.
Yeah.
Once they call you that, once you embrace that.
Yeah, you know. I was arrogant about it too because, you know, I had started rapping. My cousin had a record label called South Style Records. I got with them, and he was like, "Man, you know they got a rapper with Young Money, Cash Money, and something named Gutter." And I was like, "I don't care, man."
Right.
I was like, man, I'm Gutter, man. I'm not changing my name. So, because it was, you know, like you said, it was something that's, you know, it stuck with me.
So what type of music did you start off rapping? What style of music? What kind of music?
Just secular music, man. I started out doing secular music. You know, my favorite rappers used to be Soulja Slim and, you know, BG.
I can see.
You know, Wayne.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, you know, I wanted to be them at one point. You know what I'm saying?
When did you first begin to notice, like, life taking a left to where it's like, I'm growing up and now I'm ready to go all in that life? When did that life start getting real?
Middle school, man. I got kicked out of middle school. I had got kicked out of all the middle schools in Iberia Parish. Went to alternative school. Got kicked out of alternative school. They sent me to this boot camp called YCP. You know,
I remember that.
National Guard Youth Challenge Program. And from that point, you know what I'm saying, it was up. Like they say, it was up.
Yeah, yeah. Now tell me this though. Let's slow it down a little bit. With the parents being involved in church and whatnot, how does one become influenced and start getting pulled away towards that type of life? Because I want you to speak to a lot of people who may have, the youngsters who may have never crossed that crossroad right before they about to reach that crossroad to make a choice. What was it that pulled you astray?
Excuse me. Well, see, like I said, my grandfather was the preacher.
Yeah.
Well, my great grandfather. And my grandmother, my mama's mama, she played piano. And the church we went to was literally less than a block away from the house. So all we had to do was pass through my cousin's backyard, and we was in the church parking lot. So, church, wake up 6:30 in the morning. Sunday school after that, you know. Bible study on Wednesday.
Then you sung in the choir.
Choir rehearsal.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, all that. So, and I played basketball for church. So, I started being like, man, while I'm in church, you know what I'm saying, my partners out there, you know what I'm saying?
Get money, man.
Yeah, man, I'm like, man, I'm going to tell mama and mom I'm going to church, but I'm about to put these clothes on, I'm going about bro crib, you know what I'm saying? So, that, you know, that point right there, and then I was already going, you know, we was living place, like city to city.
Yeah.
I was used to going out of town, and, you know, so a lot of that played a part in that.
Word. When did the trouble as far as the laws came into play? Because that usually is a
boot camp.
That usually is a major turn once you start getting involved with the people.
And they used to always tell us, trouble easy to get into, but hard to get out of. And I used to be like, so I went to jail for the first time when I was 17.
Yeah.
You know, when I was old enough to go to the big one, you know what I'm saying? I went when I was 17 for, well, I'm not going to say that, but 7 months, you know what I'm saying? My first time going.
Yeah.
And I'm like afterwards, I'm like, oh man, that wasn't nothing, man.
You done did your first juice.
Yeah, we bragging about it.
That's stripes.
Right. You come home, man, you meet at home? Yeah, man, you know, I just did a little. But, you know, from that point, it was just getting deeper and deeper every time I went.
Yeah. Now tell me this. Just let's speak to that. For individuals who may have never been incarcerated, never been to jail, what advice can you give to any of the youngsters who may be approaching living their life or doing things that could end them there, who don't know nothing about that,
man,
and may think that that's a game? What advice can you give to the youngsters out there?
Choose God. Everything that your mama, your daddy, or somebody older than you that loves you, or somebody that's in your life trying their hardest to keep you away from that life or turn you away from that life, man, listen. Because I wish I had somebody to tell me, man, you ain't gotta rob, you ain't gotta sell no drugs, man, just go fill out this application, because you probably gonna make more money than us. You know what I'm saying? The money that we making can be gone just as fast as we make it.
You gotta pay for the turd. You gotta pay for law.
And know this.
You gotta pay
in the streets. Jail and death is inevitable. You can't run from it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't run from it. So I'm telling you now, I wish I had somebody to turn me away from it and tell me I can go get a job, or, you know, I can go watch all my uncles worked on cars. I could go watch them learn how to work on cars and become a mechanic, and motivate me to do these things. My little brother showed me how to change oil.
Yeah.
You feel me? Once I learned how to change oil, I loved it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the world when I was changing oil, when I'm doing music, you know, but listen to your people, man, and choose God, man, because it's not what's up. It's not what's up.
Now, going into the music, because like I said, we met on the music path.
Right.
We crossed paths in music. You know what I'm saying? The same apartment building.
Yes, sir.
Low key living the same fast life.
Yeah.
In all the clubs, you know what I'm saying?
Every weekend.
And all kind of other stuff that's under the blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how was life after those years that we crossed each other? Because I never got to see you. I didn't really see you after that. What was life in those 20s? Break that down for me.
Man, them 20s, I thought I was doing it, man. I had moved to Detroit.
Yeah.
With bro and them.
Yeah.
We were doing our music thing. Then organized crime came into my life.
Mm-hmm.
I got that out of the way and came back home.
Yeah.
Came back home, and I can't say that I was on a better path yet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like you said, I was still in my 20s, man. I was
living.
I was super gang banging and, just doing all kind of, reckless.
Yeah. Man.
Wickedness,
Yeah. Now, without going deep, because we of course, even in being set free, it's still a certain respect you give towards organizations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What thoughts would you have for youngsters that do have mind frames of like, I want to be down with a gang, I want to be down with, and don't know the depths of what could come with that?
Well, just know that watching Gangland or something about gang banging on YouTube or these movies and stuff, just because you see that, you know what I'm saying, and you see what they show you, they don't show you the other side of all this. They make it look like you can glorify this. It's okay to do this, you know what I'm saying? And with all due respect, it's deception.
Yeah.
At its finest.
Break that down.
Deception. So, again, with all due respect, you know what I'm saying? There are people who call themselves OGs or whatever, you know what I'm saying, who send people out to recruit and all this and that, and they tell you all kind of things, you know what I'm saying, to make you feel like, they'll do this for you, you know what I'm saying? They love you. It's brotherly love, you know what I'm saying? It's his family, you know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, those of you who choose to do this either don't have a father figure or looking for love like family or a big brother or, something like that, you know what I'm saying? And they feed you these things to make you feel like you would kill for them.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say it's deception is because after they tell you all those things, put you through all these tests and do all this, you know what I'm saying? They never told, they're not gonna do the same thing for you that you are willing to do for them.
Yeah.
And I felt like, not to go too far, I just felt like, why not do that for the one who already died for me?
Word.
Because this is basically like a man-made religion.
Yeah. That's real. And what you said holds a lot of weight, because most situations and most brothers that I talk to that are affiliated, it was a situation like without a father or without a family.
Right.
And those things get capitalized on.
Right. They use all your weaknesses to make you feel loved.
So the need is really there, but the abuse of the need happens more often than not.
Right.
Word.
Right.
So let's get to this part.
Uh-oh.
How does gutter turn into MOG? Because you gotta remember.
Ooh. I need water on that one.
This is the interesting part, man. Because I'm seeing them on this side, but last time we saw each other, it was on the other side. So this is a whole. This is wild in itself. Us seeing each other. Where we at right now? This is mind blowing.
Right.
How did that happen? I mean, take your time, please, because I'm hearing this for the first time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm listening. I got the mic interviewing.
Hey, bro.
But I want to hear this story, man.
Man. Okay. So,
I gotta hear this.
The last time I was locked up, man. Last time I was incarcerated, Lafayette Parish. Did 9 months, but during those 9 months, there was this dude, you know, shout out OG Mankey, man, powerful dude. When it came down, we used to do what they call prayer call, you know, get in a circle, you know, we all, one person leading prayer, and we all say a prayer, and he'll go into the word, right? And he was powerful because it's like he'll have a message for somebody in a circle, somebody different in a circle every day, but he not gonna point at you. He not gonna, when the message come, he look at you, and you gonna get the message because that you gonna look up to whoever it may be, you know. So you know we got the prayer call going on, and he was about to go home. You know, he had just got his news that he was about to go home, but he was like, man, somebody got to keep this going. Somebody got to keep the prayer call going. And I heard God tell me to do it. But I didn't respond at that time. I didn't say nothing. So he went home. You know, I'm holding prayer call, doing my thing with the prayer call. Time going by. And I'm still, it's crazy because I'm still like into my secular music. But I'm already feeling like God is telling me I need to do something else.
Yeah, you start already nudging.
Yeah, so my bro Marcus, you know, shout out Marcus, man.
Shout out Marcus.
Yeah,
y'all
man.
gonna find out who that is. He ain't on the camera right now.
We're gonna get to you soon, bro. But so I'm in there and I'm like, bro, I'm thinking about doing Christian hip hop. I didn't even know that existed really.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, I think I'm about to start doing like Christian hip hop. I didn't even know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So later on down the line, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting into my word more and more, you know what I'm saying, I'm waking up every morning, getting my word, working out. And I started getting these revelations through the word, but I'm still telling God, just show me something. Let me know this what you want me to do, you know what I'm saying? So I wrote two Christian songs while I was in there, 2 Christian rap songs. So I go to the tablet and I'm looking up some stuff in education, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm, you know, trying to learn some stuff. And something with music, I forgot what it was, but something with music. So I'm thinking they about to try to teach you something about it. And I'm like, okay, I do music. You know what I'm saying? I clicked on it. And this podcast called Real Vita Nation or something. Shout out Miss Eve, she just passed away. LIP, live in peace. It had Christian rap on it, like artists, videos, and so I'm like, what brought me to this? I was looking for education. What brought me to this? I'm like, okay, I hear you. I clicked on one of them. Dude named Seven.
Oh yeah.
He had a song called Surrender. That gave me revelation. They had another one named Brian T. He had a song called Purpose. Romans 10:15. That's where I get for the label 1015 Music Group from, because you had to catch it. He had a part on his video where on his van, that's his rap van, is showing like slow motion, but it's a quick clip. It's just showing the side of it, and it's showing a quick clip. It said Romans 10:15, and I went and looked that up.
Yeah,
that was me. Bless my feet to preach. So it's just all these different. So Bizzle came up.
Oh Lord.
So what caught me with Bizzle was he was saying something about how he did something like going against Jay-Z. You know, for blasphemy and all this different stuff, you know, and I'm like, whew, I gotta hear this interview. And it's one thing he said on there that gave me revelation. He said, if I can go this hard making music for the devil, why I can't go harder making music for the person who gave me the gift and the talent and do it for him? Man, when he said that, I went and put the tablet up.
Yeah.
That later on that night, that's when I felt the Holy Spirit through prayer for the first time ever. And I'm in my cell, man, and they cut the lights off. But I was already praying before they cut the lights off. And I'm telling God, I'm like, man, just do something right now that's gonna tell me that this is what you want from me. And right then, I'm on my knees, you know what I'm saying? Right then and there, bro, I started sweating everywhere. And I felt like something just grabbed me like that and picked me up. Because I stood straight up without pushing off or nothing. I stood straight up to my feet off my knees, you know what I'm saying? Off that cement.
Cool.
And I was crying like, but it wasn't like nothing sad. It was like a overwhelming feeling of joy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy, bro. It felt like I felt the aura around me, like that glow, you know what I'm saying? So right then and there, it was over with. Gutter was over with. Banging was over with. Secular music was over with. I came home, got my put off with the set and all that. So, MOG, man. God.
Man. First time I'm hearing the story.
Yeah, bro.
That's powerful. Hey, it's real.
It definitely is.
It's one thing to hear about it, but to witness the power in your actual life is
something I never saw coming.
It's a knowing that you can't give back.
I like this. I don't want to give it back.
Man.
Yeah.
Look, I gotta pause for a moment to take that in, man. That's the first time I'm hearing that's how it happened, man.
Yeah, bro. God is good, bro. And after that, bro, it's like everything just fall in place now. My daughter was in foster care, bro. I got her. You know what I'm saying?
Powerful, man.
I had lost touch with my oldest daughter. I was praying the whole time I was locked up. I just want to talk to her, just start a relationship with her. She would talk on the phone all the time now, you know what I'm saying? Look, and he brought her back to me.
Real wealth, man.
My children didn't know each other.
Now they know each other. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So if you had to speak to anyone that's battling in their mind and wanting to make them changes, what would you minister to them? They come from the same place you come from. They walk through the same struggle you didn't walk through. What would you tell them, man?
I would tell them that no matter what they've been through, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've done, no matter how big you think the sin is, that God gave us a gift called salvation.
Word.
Which means to save, to rescue, and to deliver. I would tell them to just repent and turn from those sins and surrender it all to God. Because God gave us grace and mercy. That's why no matter how big the sin, or no matter how big what you think you've done is, that's what grace and mercy is for. That's what he bled for.
Word.
So you covered. Just acknowledge and go to him. And turn from all that. And watch how your life change.
Word. Look, it looked like you had a peaceful place, man. I know what it was, man. And to see what it is,
Yeah, bro.
it hit different.
Yeah, bro.
Like my young bull said.
Yeah, bro. Peace, bro. That's. He said, if you seek, you shall find.
Yes, sir.
And I've been seeking and searching for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I finally found it.
Yes, sir. Now, before we close this, man, let's get into this music part, because you and this guy sitting here
My brother, man.
are cooking up some things, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
But we ain't gonna disclose that. How can they find you and the music now?
My music on all platforms. MOG. Type in MOG, but when you type in MOG, it's all caps with the slash and the O. MOG. I got a mixtape I dropped 1015, the Band Lab album. I did the whole album on Band Lab. On Instagram, MOG 1015 MOG underscore 1015 MG. Darian Told on Facebook. Yeah, man.
And look, I gotta do something that don't happen too often, because especially as men, we gotta be able to do these things. I just want to tell you from another man, another brother, that I'm proud of all the changes, man.
Man, I appreciate it.
And it's not a
All
small
glory to
thing,
God, man.
It's not a small thing, man.
Right.
And look, stay on that path. And I know it's a lot of great things to come, my brother.
Appreciate you, my brother.
And I appreciate you joining us and walking that mile, man.
All love, man. All love, all glory to God, man.
Yes, sir.